Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust. Serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dedido. Always open, always local.
Coming up on tonight's news, it's been open to the public for years, but the private landowners are tired of the illegal dumping.
The director of the U.S. Air National Guard is on Guam. The story on the way.
And the documents have been filed, giving a glimpse ahead to Decision 2018. Hafa and good evening, everybody. I'm Jason Salas alongside Sabrina Salas-Matanani, and it has one of the most breathtaking views and a popular site for locals. But illegal dumping of Gun Beach has the owners taking action, erecting a gate to protect their private property.
Crystal Paco has our top story.
Paradise Wasted. That's what resident Mark Mendiola titled a video he posted on his Facebook page, capturing his recent experience at Gun Beach in Tumon. Mendiola was hoping to showcase one of Guam's most beautiful beaches to his visitors from off-island. Instead, he was ashamed to show them a dump site.
People, if you come down to the beach, man, and, you know, you're going to use the beach, dude, the trash is all over the place. Look at that. We cannot blame our tourists. We can't blame anybody else. This is where all the local families come and party. And look at the mess they leave behind. And this is like one of the most beautiful places on Guam, you know? Check this out. Sad, man. So we all got to do our part.
That was Sunday morning. If you head to Gun Beach today, you'll be greeted with a fence and a no trespassing sign. Workers in the area confirmed the fence went up on Monday. Tamuning Mayor Louise Rivera speculates the private owners were fed up with the trash.
I just received the call from fishermen who are, of course, interested in going down there. That has been their fishing spot for many, many years. And they were surprised to see a fence there today. And so I was thinking that that fence was put up because of all the illegal dumping that has been happening there.
KUAM spoke with the private property owner who wished to remain anonymous. He confirms residents and tourists can still go to the beach. They'll just have to park in the parking lot. He confirms the fence was erected on Monday as a result of the illegal dumping, and a video posted on social media which captured the immense garbage and trash. Quote, "We're responsible property owners. We had to fence it off or they would continue to do it," end quote. Meanwhile, both Rivera and Mendiola are appealing to the public to pick up after themselves. Mendiola's video has since received over 18,000 views and hundreds of shares. He tells KUAM he's received plenty of feedback from Guamanians at home and abroad asking how they can help. Mendiola says he and his family are committing to picking up trash over the weekends and also encourages residents to participate in the Island Beautification Task Force events held weekly. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
Meanwhile, according to Guam EPA Administrator Walter Leon Guerrero, inspectors from his agency, as well as the Bureau of Stats and Plans Coastal Management Program, will conduct an inspection of the area in Tumon tomorrow.
Now, you can do your part in keeping Guam clean by participating in Island-wide Beautification Day. It is this Saturday. Volunteers from the public and private sector are participating in an island-wide cleanup in and around the island with high visibility. There will also be a recycling effort and a remediation of any new dump sites that are discovered in the process. To volunteer or learn more, you can call 472-8931. Additionally, tune into KUAM News Extra this Friday. We will have guests from the Beautification Task Force joining us in studio to talk more about this event taking place again this Saturday. Guam could reap big benefits from the potential expansion of the Air National Guard. The director of the USANG, General Scott Rice, is here to assess local operations and report back his findings and recommendations to the new Trump administration. Nestor Lecanto reports.
General Rice just recently took command of the Air National Guard, and to visit so early in his term with an unusually large contingent of 25 staff underscores Guam's significance. Rice said he is looking to grow the force by up to 15% in certain areas, including cyber warfare.
There is great growth potential across our whole Department of Defense, and in particular in the Air National Guard, and specifically here at Guam in cyber.
Rice says there is no exact plan yet, but this trip is part of a grassroots foundational review to find out what capabilities can be expanded here and match that with what the new administration wants to do.
We're there to connect the dots when the time's right. And I think the time's getting right soon.
The National Guard is coming off a scandal in which troops, including some in Guam, were pocketing money for bogus recruitments. Rice says while the GRAP program was relatively successful, it was also a lesson learned in how damaging it can be when even a small percentage abuse contracting authority.
Management practices rather than policies itself. Management practices do need to be firm and tight on any time we spend a dollar of the taxpayers' money.
Rice oversees a force of more than 100,000 mostly part-time citizen soldiers, and he praised Guam as one of the top units for its patriotism and having the highest per capita enlistment ratio.
It's over the top. It's an inspiration to all of us.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Now, speaking once again about the Guam Environmental Protection Agency, that agency has been in discussions with the DoD as well as the US EPA, investigating claims of exposure to Agent Orange on Guam during the 1960s and 70s. On Monday, Governor Calvo issued an order for the agency to conduct a full battery of tests on drinking water sources and soils for possible contamination. For years, vets have come forward alleging they sprayed Agent Orange on Guam during the 60s and 70s, but the DoD has denied those claims. Guam EPA Administrator Walter Leon Guerrero says if there's any discovery of dioxins in Guam that may be linked to Agent Orange, his agency will coordinate with GWA, Joint Region Marianas, and WIRI to engage in remedial action.
A homeless man accused of rape is hoping DNA analysis can clear his name. Marco Omwer was arrested late last year and charged for breaking into a woman's apartment and raping and robbing her before forcing her to drop him to the Hagåtña area. This week, Omwer will provide a DNA sample to be tested by FBI lab in the mainland. To expedite the testing, Judge Michael Berdallo set trial for February 27th with the pretrial conference set for the 23rd.
A pair of women busted with smuggling ice from Hong Kong to Guam have been sentenced in federal court. J.K. Lee will serve 2 years behind bars with credit for time served, while Yai Lin will serve 3 years with credit for time served. Our news archives show the women used sports tape to strap a plastic package around their thighs as each woman was packing over a kilogram of the drug ice. Thanks to detector dogs, customs officers were able to intercept their plan before the drugs made it onto island streets.
We covered this story on social media today. Upi Elementary School in Jigo was placed on lockdown for about an hour this morning while police searched the area for an unidentified suspect. According to police spokesperson Captain Kim Santos, the search stemmed from a GPD operation that also discovered chemicals of an unknown source at a local home. DOE Deputy Superintendent Chris Anderson said SWAT and deputy marshals helped monitor the campus while teachers and students remained locked in their classrooms. The all clear was given just before 9:30 in the morning.
Well, after facing disconnection earlier this week, DOE has made a payment to the Waterworks Authority in an amount exceeding $600,000. The agency needed to make sufficient payment on its bill by Friday in order to avoid disconnection. Now, while the water payment has now been taken care of, DOE still has arrears with GPA, with its last power bill exceeding $1 million. The department has struggled to make timely utility payments, and Acting Superintendent Chris Anderson said it continues to work with DOA to address cash needs.
Stay tuned. We've got a lot more news around the corner.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Do you want to get discounts at local restaurants like Lone Star, CPK, Capricciosa, Delmonico Kitchen and Bar, Manhattan Steakhouse, Tony Roma's, and lots more? What about 25% off on all natural and organic items at Payless Supermarkets daily? It's all part of Guam's largest rewards club, the Calvo's Lifestyle Club. Join today for free as an added benefit to being a Calvo's Insurance customer. Just show your Lifestyle Club card at over 50 of our rewards partners to start saving more. It's just one of the ways Calvo's Insurance helps you live a better lifestyle.
Two things come to play when talking about mobile data: price and speed. Let's look at what happens when we compare the competition against the iTeenie's $80 plan. Docomo's $79 plan comes with 6 gigs. iTeenie's $80 plan comes with 20. GTA's $80 plan comes with 10 gigs. Better, but you get twice as much at iTeenie. iTeenie is the best network and the data to back it up. Get unlimited talk and text and 20 gigabytes for $80 at iTeenie. Oh, and if you bring your own device, get 40 gigs.
The Shop Guam E-Festival is back and better than ever. GBB has teamed up with over 100 Shop Guam vendors to give you access to hundreds of deals and discounts. Download the free Shop Guam mobile app and get real-time alerts on offers nearest you to dine, shop, play, and save. So many great deals to enjoy until February 4th. Download the app today. The Shop Guam E-Festival is a GBB signature event, making Guam a better place to live, work, and visit.
Chuck E. Cheese's Guam is not all fun and games. Our pizza is delicious with the freshest toppings, oven-baked to order. Try the fresh salad bar, sandwiches, and don't forget our mouth-watering wings. Come and eat at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam.
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
Holiday and welcome back. It's always been a taboo topic, but it shouldn't be. Dozens of victim service providers, sexual assault victim advocates, and members of the law enforcement community participated in the 2017 No More Conference aimed at addressing the complexities that make rape and sexual assault so prevalent on island.
Crystal Paco has our next story.
It's a shocking statistic. According to the Guam Coalition Against Sexual Assault and Family Violence, Guam has the second highest rate of rape in the nation. That's an estimated 64.2 rapes per 100,000 people. Even so, Nina Husef from the National Organization of Asians and Pacific Islanders Ending Sexual Violence says that's not even a true representation of the numbers.
Why, especially in Guam? Because if we talk about sexual violence, there is always this underreporting. There is no sense, there is no talk about like overreporting. It's always underreporting.
Yusuf is the featured speaker in Tuesday's 2017 No More Conference, hosted by the Guam Coalition Against Sexual Assault and Family Violence. Part of the problem, she says, is that we pick and choose how we talk about our history. History books often refer to the war, but seldom talk of the sexual assaults and atrocities.
People are not open to talk about sexual violence in a sense. It's still taboo in the community.
According to Yusuf, we're doing it all wrong. Instead of protecting the victim, we're protecting the perpetrator. This is often evident in situations where the victim and the perpetrator live in the same home. The same can be said for the allegations of sexual assault made against church clergy in the last year. To date, 15 former altar boys have filed suit against the Archdiocese of Agana for sexual abuse that occurred decades ago.
Said if a young woman assaulted by, say, an uncle, and they live in the same place because a lot of people share the house. So if she said, I was assaulted, who will believe? But then at the same time, people share a house because of the economy. So, so we cannot really look into this sexual violence just as the sexual violence, but you have to look into the intersection of the geopolitics, economy, and then the violence itself, and then the immigration, and then the historical trauma. So there is this web that we need to kind of like tease out to kind of like figure out what is actually happening.
Her advice to today's participants:
listen, really listen, because the difference is when you work with the domestic violence survivors, you have something to offer. Right? You can do restraining order, you can, move, you can many different things. But for the sexual violence survivor, the goal is healing, just one. And sometimes you have nothing to offer other than just be there and listen and believe the person. And it can be a woman, it can be a man, it can be youth, it can be children.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
It's an issue that plagues students nationwide, and in honor of Guam Bullying Prevention Month, Senator Dennis Rodriguez Jr. handed out certificates to participants of the Judiciary of Guam's Safe School Ambassador Training Program this morning. The program trains students at 13 Guam schools on anti-bullying techniques. Southern High School students Ethan Lefevre and Zachary Fergerger.
The reason why I wanted to join this program is to help other people stop the bullying, drugs, fighting, and all the other things. So, I just wanted our school and our environment to be safe.
This program has honestly taught me a lot, not only about bully prevention, but helping others with the problems they are going through. Also that, don't be afraid to go to people that look down and try to bring them up.
The evidence-based program is implemented at 1,400 schools across the United States and Canada.
Well, over the past decade, GovGuam saw the cost to lease commercial space nearly double. And as our Ken continues to report, if certain recommendations are not taken, it could cost the government even more in the long run.
I was surprised that it more than doubled.
And what a difference a decade can make. Today, the Office of Public Accountability released the audit for the government of Guam leases. The annual cost for leasing commercial space went from $6.8 million for FY 2004 to $12.5 million for fiscal year 2015. While the amount of lease space was nearly the same, the average cost per square foot more than doubled from $1.15 to $2.11 per square foot. Auditor in charge, Jarek Hernandez.
GovGuam is just leasing by piecemeal. Everyone's doing their own thing, and no one really is monitoring the leases to see, are we getting the best rate for, the spaces that we need, and even the spatial needs. No one's really looking at standards that, would set a requirement for leases.
Out of 39 government agencies, Guam Customs and Quarantine Agency had the highest annual lease costs for office space at $2.7 million. Following behind was the AG's office with $1.5 million, Public Health with more than $1 million, and Revenue Tax with over $978,000. As for the OPA, they placed 19th with annual rent at $107,000. Meanwhile, as part of its analysis, the OPA also found some disparities in lease rates. The OPA notes agencies are independently procuring leases and no one is monitoring to review and establish minimum specifications, guidelines, and rates. Interesting enough, these were all recommended in a similar audit 10 years ago, but never followed through.
If GovGuam's going to be leasing right now, at least there should be an agency in place to monitor the leases and to ensure that, GovGuam is kind of getting the correct rate that it should be as far as the leases.
Not everyone saw increases, as some reduced their office space costs by constructing or renovating their own buildings to accommodate their spatial needs, like the Guam Power Authority and GURA. As part of its recommendations, the OPA reiterated that the legislature should evaluate whether it's feasible to initiate long-term planning to acquire or build facilities to house government entities for the future. They say the money spent on leases could instead be used to purchase or build office space to house government entities. In the meantime, other GovGuam agencies have already generated plans for building a new government building in Hagåtña as part of the Plaza de España. The Department of Land Management, meanwhile, will also soon begin its construction of a 5-story office building in Hagåtña, with a groundbreaking expected this year. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintaniza.
Thanks, Ken. A lawsuit over a controversial development in Pago Bay continued in the Superior Court today. Judge Arthur Barcinas heard Guam Wanfang Construction's motion to dismiss the case over a lack of jurisdiction. Attorney Levin Camacho represents Save Southern Guam, which filed the court action.
We just want to have our day in court for the judge to look at whether or not the Guam Land Use Commission, should not have actually issued the variance. And the hotel proponent, of course, they want to deny us that right, and they want to have the case thrown out because of this technicality. We filed 15 working days, and they are saying we were required to file it within 15 calendar days. So,
The hotel's proponents contend Save Southern Guam did not file their petition for judicial review within the required time period. The court gave Save Southern Guam 45 days to file an additional briefing. The parties will be back in court on April 4th.
Although we're still 2 years away from the 2018 election, at least one potential candidate has already filed an organizational report with the GEC. The Committee to Elect Frank Uggan Jr. for governor filed a report last week after holding a fundraiser for a possible Adeluk run. The GEC requires a candidate or campaign to file an organizational report for the first $250 collected or spent within 10 working days. The report shows a fundraiser garnered over $14,000 in contributions and over $3,600 in expenditures. The committee is the first to be filed for decision 2018, with candidate packets not being available until next January.
Before family and friends and island leaders, Guam Congresswoman Madeline Verdallo took the oath of office at the Laddie of Freedom Hall of Governors Monday night. The former lieutenant governor, senator, and first lady says even though this is her 8th consecutive term as her delegate, she's still invigorated to fight for the people of Guam in our nation's capital.
My priority will be addressing some of our most critical issues facing the people of Guam. I want to ensure that our veterans exposed to Agent Orange receive the proper treatment and help necessary. I will continue to advance legislation that finds innovative ways to address the challenges posed by compact impact. And finally, I will continue to use my position on the House Armed Services Committee to make sure the realignment stays on track and is good for our people.
Verdallo adds she will pursue a legislative fix to the H-2B visa crisis should the Trump administration be unable or unwilling to fix the problem.
Local tourism industry companies need to be on mobile. That was one of the top recommendations from the world's largest travel online service, TripAdvisor, during a presentation Monday sponsored by GVB. Head of Asia Pacific Marketing Sarah Matthews shared data showing this region leads the world in internet and mobile use at more than 50%.
And I think that's the huge focus right now, where travelers are searching, they're planning, and they're booking on mobile. So the key for Guam is to make sure that businesses are getting themselves into that mobile space, that their content is listed and their content is bookable on the mobile device.
She also stresses that the online booking trend is growing. For perspective, Matthew says TripAdvisor alone has had 370 million downloads of its very popular app, and more than 390 million unique visitors to its site every month.
A computer glitch forced the grounding of United Airlines domestic flights at around 10:30 Monday morning Guam time. Thousands of passengers at airports across the country were stranded for several hours. Guam flights were not affected, though. In a statement, United said it issued a ground stop for all mainline domestic flights due to an IT issue. The airline has resolved the problem and issued an apology to customers for the inconvenience.
Please stay tuned, everybody. We are back with sports, but first, your island weather.
Thank you for an amazing year. This 2017, get ready for suspense, romance, drama, action. So bring on the new year. We are ready to capture more moments with you. Happy New Year from GTA.
Start this year with something new in your driveway during Cars Plus Something New sales event. Make a resolution to expand your horizons with Jeep, the most awarded best-selling SUV brand. Like a Jeep Renegade or Jeep Compass, your choice. Save up to $4,000 or save $4,500 off a Jeep Grand Cherokee. How about the Jeep Cherokee 75th Anniversary Edition with savings up to $5,500 off. Stop in today for quick and easy financing. It's our Something New sales event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Sometimes you picture me, I'm walking too far ahead. Then you say, go slow, I fall behind.
We all want what's best for our kids. Introducing McDonald's new Chicken McNuggets, made with 100% white meat chicken and no artificial colors, flavors, and now no artificial preservatives.
Get ready to take flight at the 2017 United Airlines Guam Marathon, April 9th. Register now for the 5K, 10K, half, and full marathon. 4 races in one great event. Run in paradise with thousands of local and international runners. Enjoy new features such as the Hop a Day Expo, the Barbecue Beach Party, and the upcoming Runners Perk program, Eat, Shop, Run. Learn more. Visit our Facebook or Instagram and register now at UnitedGuamMarathon.com.
New Year's resolution, Sue? I'm getting the whole house organized. And the sales saved me hundreds. You? Started with the garage. But these are going to be great. Yeah.
Your GMC dealer has a better way to start off the new year. Celebrate the new year with the new GMC. Get over $3,000 total value on most 2017 Acadia models. Visit AutoSpot GMC today for great offers. We are your GMC dealer of Guam.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Today, Guam, Chris Barnett with sports, brought to you by Triple J. On the way, tennis against cancer. But first, let's kick it off with a little Cougars Academy. Academy of Our Lady of Guam holding their 15th annual 5K fund run walk at the school's campus over the weekend. Proceeds from the event going towards scholarships and tuition assistance. The run celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Golden Jubilarian class of 1967. The morning starting off with a warm-up and moment of silence in memory of the alumni who have gone before us. Then the traditional passing of the torch from the class of 66 to the class of 67. The course took runners through the streets of Agatna's historical trail. Certificates and medals were awarded to the top finishers in each of the general categories. In addition, the alumni class with the most attendance was awarded the most spirited class. Crossing the line first overall was JFK runner Ryan Kent. First female finisher was Minami Ejima. Guam Weightlifting Federation hosting their national championship event at Chamorai CrossFit in Tamuning. 10 female competitors participating in the snatch portion of the competition. The championship consisted of Olympic-style weightlifting in both the snatch and clean and jerk, with International Weightlifting Federation rules apply to the event. In preparation for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, the top athletes will be invited to become a part of the Guam Weightlifting Federation national team. The team will represent Guam in future competitions. To be eligible for the national team, athletes must be registered as a member of the Guam Weightlifting Federation. For more info on the federation, email guamweightlifting@gmail.com, and scores from the event will be submitted to the Oceania Weightlifting Federation for ranking. Rally for a Cure 2, raising close to $20,000, to help benefit local charities on island. The nonprofit organization Guaidza Todu hosted the event held at the Rick Nanetti Tennis Center in Agatna. The fundraising event held from 10 to 10, formatted for doubles play. Rally for a Cure also got help from the community as people purchased colored tennis balls, writing dedication messages to their loved ones who passed away or continue the fight against the deadly disease. Guaidza Todu's mission is to expand the sport of tennis to all women on Guam. Now, the organization raises funds for free tennis lessons for youth and adult players. The Edward M. Calvo Cancer Foundation, Guam Cancer Care, and the Guam Diabetes Association are this year's beneficiaries. Sign up online now and save and enjoy discounts for the United Airlines Guam Marathon. Register by 11:59 p.m. February 3rd for special rates. Fees increasing for the signature run set for April 9th. Go online and sign up for the full marathon, half marathon, 10K, or 5K at UnitedGuamMarathon.com. All registered runners also invited to take advantage of a new Runners Perks program called Eat, Shop, Run, a program featuring discounts at popular restaurants and stores on island. With Guam Sports Events, Inc. also announcing that Naoko Takahashi will return as the international race ambassador of this year's marathon. Takahashi, best known for winning the gold medal in the women's Mara in the 2000 Olympics in Sydney, Australia. United Airlines Guam Marathon, of course, formerly known as the Guam International Marathon. Local event ambassadors were recently announced to provide training tips through a monthly e-newsletter and will be appearing in local advertising and social media activities. All right, I don't know if you heard, but your boy here, United Airlines Guam Marathon, I'll be doing my first and hopefully last half marathon on April 9th. So
Hey, on behalf of our sports director, Dave Delgado, remember you can check him out on the Andy and Mariah in the AM show on Guam's favorite, I-94, around 8-ish or so for the Eye on Sports Report. Until tomorrow, you keep on shining, Guam. Adios!
I had a dream. I walked into a dealership, picked out a new car, gave them no money, and they're letting me drive it for free the next 3 months.
At Nissan Guam, your dream has become a reality during the premier New Year event. For the new year, you can drive away a new Nissan with no money down and not make a payment for the next 3 months. It's on the house, no money down. We make your first 3 payments. Just sign and drive away. For details, stop by Nissan Upper Kumon or log on nissanguam.com.
Want a real taste of New York? The Big New Yorker tempts you with freshly made dough rolled into 16 inches of foldable crust. It's handmade to perfection with a sweet marinara sauce and your favorite topping. And 30% larger than our large, the Big New Yorker is only $10.99 for 1 topping. Bring together your family and friends for a Big New Yorker party. Each pizza is just $10.99 with 1 topping. The Big New Yorker, so close you can taste it. Only at your Island Pizza Hut.
The Down Syndrome Association of Guam exists to support families of individuals with Down syndrome. We're a group of parents who have children with Down syndrome and know the joys and challenges of raising them. For more information about the health, development, and education of a child or adult with Down syndrome, please contact Vicky Areola at 472-6114.
Oh my God!
We all live for football. And we're headed to the playoff. Life is a sport. The Ford Escape. Be unstoppable.
We have regional headlines for you now from Saipan.
Half-a-day Guam, here's what's making the news on Saipan. Joe Azuzu is the president and chief executive officer of many businesses, including McDonald's. He just received a huge award.
Was very, very surprised and excited, and the name of the award that was given to me on Saturday was the Business Executive of the Year award, and it was given out every year on Guam, and it recognizes outstanding business person in our community.
Representative Lorenzo De Leon Guerrero says he wants to work on social issues in the 20th legislature, which means protecting the island's most vulnerable.
The 20th legislature created a additional committee, and that is the Social and Human Services. So with that would be in line with what I'm trying to pursue in this 20th legislature. So that's one of the law, and I hope that people would realize that it's due time that we place emphasis on social effects on the community.
Reporting for KUAM, I'm Bryant Clerkley.
All right, we've got some birthdays to do. These are the newest members of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club, and they are led off tonight by Rosita Castillo. Happy birthday to you. Also, happy 14th birthday to Kane Joseph Santos. Love from your entire family. Happy birthday tonight to Anita Ignacio from your husband and co-workers. Also, happy birthday to Jacqueline Cruz tonight. Happy birthday number 5 to Damian Garcia. This comes from the entire family, and they say they love you. Happy birthday also to Braden Usher. Happy birthday, Braden. And happy birthday, last but not least, to Penelope Tate Matanonia from your entire family. Go on KUAM.com and register if you would like to be a member of the club, and you are in absolutely free. Stay tuned. Health, Home, and Lifestyle is next.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. Health, Home, and Lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1996.
Hafaday, and welcome to the Health, Home, and Lifestyle edition of KUAM News Extra. I'm Isa Baza, so glad you could join us. Coming up in tonight's show, we tell you about the Core 6 program at the Paradise Fitness Center. But first, here's this week's Health Check Report with Nurse Jen Otero.
Health Check is presented by Island Cancer Center.
Whoa, Issa, you look great at Paradise Gym as always. Well, let's discuss something we're all guilty of. We buy a bottle of water at a gas station, drink it while driving around in the car, don't finish it, and leave the bottle sitting in the hot car until who knows when. Is this okay? Because rumor says it's not. Is this information true? Not necessarily. Here's the DL. Several research studies have been done by the University of Florida, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, and the Internal Agency for the Research on Cancer. The problem does not stem from the small individualized water bottles. The density of the individualized drinking water bottles are so small, in fact, too small. It's the bigger 3- and 5-gallon water jugs. That's the problem. According to a study conducted by CDC, they found that a chemical called BPA can be released from the bigger 3- and 5-gallon water jugs. The 3- and 5-gallon water containers are made of different plastic components than the single individualized water bottles. BPA is a chemical element that can cause respiratory and gastrointestinal problems and may also have some correlation with breast cancer. The website breastcancer.org recommends limiting exposure to BPA due to its chemicals' estrogen-like activity, especially among women who are pregnant. According to the International Bottled Water Association, 9.1 billion gallons of bottled water are consumed every year. While most people don't store bottled waters in their cars for long periods of time, many do keep it in the car for about 1 or 2 days. Drinking this water is not dangerous. However, as a precaution, researchers don't recommend repeated long-term drinking of heated water left in the car or garage because it may or may not lead to health issues over time. With that said, it's important not to leave any 3- or 5-gallon water jugs in your hot car or trunk. It's always better to be safe than sorry. I'm Nurse Jen reminding you, don't wreck yourself, health check yourself. Email me your health and wellness questions or ideas at nursegen@kuam.com. See you next week.
Health Check is presented by Island Cancer Center.
This program is brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
Thank you for an amazing year. This 2017, get ready for suspense, romance, drama, action. So bring on the new year. We are ready to capture more moments with you. Happy New Year from GTA.
Using cutting-edge solar and battery technology, Micronesia Renewable Energy is committed to use this energy source to power homes throughout the island.
Micronesian Renewable service that interests me is the fact that they come out and they maintain it for me. We did have an issue once, and they were able to detect online that one of the switches were off. They sent somebody out here, and I was very pleased with their quick response. I don't think there's any other company that gives you the service that I got with MRE.
Micronesia Renewable Energy, committed to Guam.
At Island Cancer Center, we treat our patients and their families like our family. We have all been touched by cancer, and it is important to feel comfortable and secure under the care of our health professionals. You can count on us for skilled cancer specialists, the most advanced cancer-fighting technology on the island, and a commitment to caring for you or your loved one with compassion, respect, and empathy. Our family, treating your family.
Island Cancer Center, located on Guam Medical Plaza. Visit us at islandcancercenter.com or call 646-3363.
Tourism, it's our #1 industry. As Guam's largest employer, tourism supports 20,000 jobs. In fact, 1 out of every 3 jobs is tourism related. Annually, tourism generates over $150 million in tax revenue. Without it, every household would pay an additional $3,100 per year. From real estate to retail, tourism has a positive impact on every industry. Make Guam a better place to live, work, and visit. Support tourism.
The Good Life, all month long on the stations and networks of KUAM. Check the KUAM News app or KUAM.com for all program listings.
Live Local Fridays, featuring the best artists on Guam. It's Live Local Fridays. Listen to I-94, Guam's favorite, every Friday at 9 in the morning or stream on the KUAM News app. You can also catch the performances live on the I-94 Facebook page.
Cause it's you and me on this island in the sea.
And don't forget, weekly performance highlights on In the Mix, Thursdays on the stations and networks of KUAM. From the only station truly embracing our local artists.
It's a guarantee you'll find happiness here.
Catch Live Local Fridays tracks, Guam's favorite I-94 on SoundCloud. Live Local Fridays, brought to you by Burger King. Be your way.
Rise up for love.
Get mixed up every week on In the Mix. Thursdays on the stations and networks of KUAM. In the Mix is presented by The Deli at Mezcla, located in the Jones and Guerrero building in Hagåtña. Open 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Hafide, and welcome back to Health, Home, and Lifestyle. I'm here at Paradise Fitness Center with Junior, my classmate here at the Core 6 Fitness Program. So, what made you decide to jump in on this program? It just started a couple weeks ago.
To get back in shape. I'm really unhealthy right now. And I lucked out on an opportunity to come here and work out with my brother-in-law. So.
Okay, so you're doing this as a team with some of your friends?
Yeah, really with my family. We're all trying to get healthy and look better.
All right, so was this kind of a New Year's resolution, or was it just something you guys talked about together?
Oh, no, it was just a spontaneous opportunity for me. So I hopped on it.
Okay, so how did you hear about the program here at Paradise Fitness?
My brother-in-law, he's a member here, so I found out through him.
Okay, and I know you mentioned, I see you guys all in the class together, and you mentioned that your brother-in-law is actually getting
he's married this March.
Is he gonna marry your sister?
Yes, my sister Rochelle Puasa. Once again.
Okay, so you guys are all doing this program together. Definitely a lot easier when you have like a family unit, or you have a partner to go to the gym. So what has the program been for you so far?
It's been very good. It's pretty difficult for how much how much training you put into it. It's at your own pace. We have all kinds of people here, all shapes and sizes. So yeah, it's very good.
Before you started this program, had you been going to the gym already, or like you just weren't going to the gym at all and then you just jumped on the program?
Oh, I started going to the gym. I've been active lately, so yeah, I've been active lately.
Did you have any specific goals? Do you just want to lose weight or get fit or anything in particular?
I would like to, to look better and be healthy and feel healthy. So,
have you noticed any differences? I know it's only been a couple weeks. It's a 6-week program. So the first 2 weeks, they gave you all the fundamentals. So it kind of shocks your body. So I don't know about you, the first class, did you feel really sore afterwards?
Oh yes, I did. Yeah, I was real sore. I didn't want to come back out to the next class, but we're doing it together, so it's good motivation and morale for us.
Definitely. And so now that the first 2 weeks are over, that's just the beginning, and now we jump into phase 2, and Des Coach Des was saying that it's going to be even worse. It's going to be a lot more intense now because we're trying to build muscle. But so just in the first few weeks alone, it hasn't been that long, but do you feel like you've seen a difference? Like maybe you can, any differences in how you're doing the class?
Yeah, I haven't really taken my my dieting seriously, so yeah, my body type, my it's kind of like staggering, really, because I'm not 100% at it. But that's what I'm trying to overcome right now, just mentally being wanting this and wanting to progress in this.
All right, so you mentioned you've been slacking a little bit on the dieting, but at least you're going to all the classes. At least I see you here every Tuesday. So you still have 4 more weeks to go, and like you know, with the Core 6 program, it's not just fitness, and also there's a nutritional component, but they also take your data. So like maybe you're not sure what your progress is so far, but you'll definitely see what their progress is, if any, at the end of the class, because they compare all your results from the beginning to all your results in the end. So they take your body fat, your weight, and all your measurements. So I guess we'll see where we go from now until the end of the class.
We'll do.
All right.
Hopefully it's you know, it's a lot better.
All right. Thanks so much, Junior. Good luck.
All right.
Well, stay tuned. We'll have more health, home, and lifestyle after the break.
Two things come to play when talking about mobile data: price and speed. Let's look at what happens when we compare the competition against iTeeny's $80 plan. Docomo's $79 plan comes with 6 gigs. iTeeny's $80 plan comes with 20. GTA's $80 plan comes with 10 gigs. Better, but you get twice as much at iTeeny. iTeeny has the best network and the data to back it up. Get unlimited talk and text and 20 gigabytes for $80 at iTeeny. Oh, and if you bring your own device, get 40 gigs.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Start this year with something new in your driveway during Cars Plus Something New sales event. Make a resolution to expand your horizons with Jeep, the most awarded best-selling SUV brand. Like a Jeep Renegade or Jeep Compass, your choice. Save up to $4,000 or save $4,500 off a Jeep Grand Cherokee. How about the Jeep Cherokee 75th Anniversary Edition with savings up to $5,500 off. Stop in today for quick and easy financing. It's our Something New sales event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Let us help you celebrate those special people in your life on the Cold Stone Birthday Club. Weeknights on KUAM News Primetime, KUAM News Weekend Edition, and KUAM Radio. One lucky celebrant will win a birthday cake from Cold Stone Creamery every week. Visit KUAM.com to register your celebrant's birthday. All submissions must be compliant with KUAM regulations and must be received 2 days prior, but no later than noon Chamorro Standard Time on the day of the birthday on weekdays, and noon on Friday if a weekend birthday. See KUAM.com for additional regulations.
The Birthday Club is presented by KUAM and the Cold Stone Creamery.
Live Local Fridays, featuring the best artists on Guam. It's Live Local Fridays. Listen to I-94, Guam's favorite, every Friday at 9 in the morning, or stream on the KUAM News app. You can also catch the performances live on the I-94 Facebook page.
Because it's you and me on this island in the sea.
And don't forget, weekly performance highlights on In the Mix, Thursdays on the stations and networks of KUAM. From the only station truly embracing our local artists.
It's a guarantee you'll find happiness here.
Catch Live Local Fridays tracks, Guam's favorite I-94 on SoundCloud. Live Local Fridays, brought to you by Burger King. Be your way.
Rise up for love.
The Good Life, all month long on the stations and networks of KUAM. Check the KUAM News app or KUAM.com for all program listings.
Health, home, and lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1996.
Hafide, and welcome back to Health, Home, and Lifestyle. I'm here at Paradise Fitness Center with Coach Des from Core 6 and, of course, Chris from KUAM. So we're here to talk a little bit about cardio. And, you know, when people think of cardio, they think of running outside. And that's kind of been a challenge lately when we've been trying to go running.
Yeah, so we decided we're going to do the United Airlines GovGuam marathon, half marathon. And one of the things that's been delaying the training is this rainy weather. And, you know, I don't know about you, but I don't want to be running in the rain. So, Coach Des, what are some other ways that we could pick up on that cardio?
Well, you know, there are a lot of things that you can do indoors, in a gym or at home. And for example, things that we incorporate in our Core 6 program. So what I have you guys doing a lot of would help in replacement of, you know, doing a run outside. So a lot of things like, I know everyone hates them, but burpees, air squats, mountain climbers, jumping jacks, high knees. You know, there are so many body weight movements that you can do that will replace cardio outside or even on the treadmill. As long as you're, you know, moving quickly, you're keeping your heart rate at a certain level, then, you know, you're exercising your heart, you're exercising your lungs. And like I said, that can replace, you know, your standard run outside.
I think that's really interesting because, you know, a lot of people don't typically think of burpees as cardio. They're just like, oh, burpees. Burpees are death. But try doing 100 burpees and then see how fast your heart's beating and how much you're sweating. Yeah. So the key, right, is just keeping your heart rate up and I guess doing it over a period of time.
Yeah. So, you know, there are so many different ways to you know, put your cardio regimen together. And depending on what your goal is, that'll kind of determine your pace and what exactly you're doing. But, you know, if you're training for something like you guys said, you're training for a marathon, right? So the goal would be mainly doing cardio so you're keeping your heart rate at about 80% or above because you're trying to work for endurance. Whereas other people incorporate it just for the pure reason of fat loss. So you kind of want to keep your heart rate still elevated, but a little bit lower than you would if you're trying to gain endurance. But really, regardless of what you do, I think just incorporating both methods is beneficial, and everyone should do both.
So no excuses, you know, if it's raining outside and you want to get your cardio in, don't say that you can't get it in because it's raining. You can still do some of those body weight exercises right there at home in the living room, wherever it's most convenient. Chris, any particular favorite cardio move for you?
My least favorite is definitely burpees. That's not really cardio. That's more like torture. But, you know, hey, there goes my excuse because I'm the kind of guy, you know, I need that extra motivation. Oh, it's raining. Oh, I guess we can't run today. But, you know, come on down to Paradise. They have a whole cardio section, you know, treadmills, maybe even a spinning class. Would those be some great ways to pick up some endurance?
Yeah, absolutely. And I was actually going to, you know, touch up on that. So one of the things that you guys are well aware of that we incorporate in the Core 6 program is homework. So work outside of the Core 6 sessions. And, you know, as the week progresses, you know, the homework changes. So one thing that we're adding on this week, it's our third week of Core 6, is at least one class, a Group X class here at Paradise Fitness Center, because they have so many different options. Spin class, as Chris mentioned. There's Zumba, if that's your thing. There's body combat. So it's good to just kind of, you know, change things up. And you know, one of the nice benefits of doing that is that you don't get bored. You don't get bored just, you know, running on the treadmill or staying on the Stairmaster for 30 minutes. You know, you got to change it up. You got to make sure it's fun, make sure that you enjoy it. But of course, make sure that it's something that, you know, that's benefiting you and getting your heart rate up there.
Definitely. Like I mentioned, there's a lot of variety here at Paradise Fitness Center. So you're mentioning some of the classes, and then there's also the Stairmaster, the elliptical, and all those things. But one thing I want